What's up, guys? My name is Waylon. Welcome to the channel. Now we're gonna be doing this channel for a reason, mainly for my 96 Jeep Cherokee, but also some of the other stuff that me and my brother does. Like my brother's F250, it's an 05. Took the 6.0 out of it. Now we got a nice turbo and a 12 valve in it. Deleted that 6.0. I do apologize for the wind. Now, on this is my 96 Jeep Cherokee. I think it's a sport, technically. I'm already in the process of cutting a bunch of stuff out. Cutting rust out, so I gotta cut more. Probably gonna have to cut part of the firewall and a bunch of other stuff. Now, the reason why I'm actually, normally, most people, when they take the engines out of this, they just throw a 350 in it, or they throw like an LS, or a 5.3 like rolls, that's an LS. They throw one of those in there and they call it good. It's a typical thing to do. Me personally, me and my brother got talking, and we have an extra 12 valve block, which is actually covered right now, so it doesn't rust. Because it's actually blown apart right now. We're going to put that thing, get it all nice 100%, because it's only 80-ish% block, and put it in there, because we took the 4.0 out of this. There's nothing really wrong besides one bracket that I couldn't find that has a pulley on it. Not that big of a deal. Not gonna worry over it. That's a return line for the truck. I don't know why it's, oh, I know why it's sitting on my hood, for the sun, so it's nice and pliable. We'll throw that back up there. Give me a second. Should throw it over here. I don't know why he put it over there, but what we're gonna be doing is putting it in this. Now I already got the exhaust kinda how we're gonna put it, because we're already gonna be running in a lot of room issues with that, to where we may not be able to run a legit exhaust, and I don't want to run a legit exhaust all the way back, because one, it's not going to look that cool, and two, it's not going to be practical on the trail when the exhaust is going to be the part that I'm going to be smashing up the most, unless I do a bunch of skid plates, but then that's going to hold heat, and it's all going to be the issue. Now, I really wish this was a Wrangler, so I could do this. What is it hitting on? Oh, it's not pop my windshield. That would be nice. First YouTube video. Pops the windshield on the Jeep. It's a good windshield too. I don't need to pop yet. Now, there's plenty of room, I would say, width-wise, for the most part. It's how far back I can go with cutting, or how much I have to cut to get it in there. I may try to throw the block in it today, I don't know. Mainly just because it's daylight savings time, and so instead of it getting dark at 7 o'clock, it gets dark at 6 o'clock. The plan is, hopefully, I need to wait for my brother to get home. It's gonna take two of us to move this block and everything, get in position so we can move engine hoist and everything where we need to be. And then hopefully I don't have to cut too much of this good old firewall over here. And then I don't have to worry too much about shaping a new firewall or anything like that. If I have to, I don't care. My main worry is my steering box. I'm gonna try to keep the stock steering box, which is also connected to part of it to the track bar, but I need the track bar up, get it back in there, and then you get the steering box back up so it's in here, and so then I can possibly just use a stock steering and not have to redo any steering. I don't want to have to redo any steering, because I gotta worry about angles and steering shafts, and maybe making mine work, making something else work, don't know. Then I also gotta get the new springs in the front of it so it holds it, but hopefully I don't run into any issues for where my coils sit. So if I have run any issues, I have to run coilovers, which I'll have to build towers to set them up here to move them back. But then that's gonna be all funky weird because I need it straight up and down for coilovers, unless I go wider axles, which is the plan. The other thing is I got another vehicle that we're gonna be having on this channel too. It's gonna be my 01 Dodge Cummins, which is actually not in this state of Texas right now. It's actually in Kansas. Because it's actually at my parents, because the injection pump started having some knocking on it. So what we're gonna do is, first of the year, I was gonna just fly up, cannonball it down, but my brother's truck's down, so I don't have a rescue plan. I have a buddy that lives in Houston that could come probably get me, but I'll have to let him know. So I don't just call him random like, hey, I'm in Oklahoma City, grab a trailer, come get me, and it's Monday afternoon. Don't want to do that. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna cannonball up, and my brother's truck when it's done, at the first of the year, probably January, maybe February at the latest. Cannonball up, get it on a trailer, bring it down. All right, it's about 6 o'clock. Got some fading light going on. We're gonna try to drop the engine block into the engine bay before we lose as much light, because the sun's already starting to set. We're gonna get her thrown in there, see what we had to do, what we have to cut, and or just not have to cut anything, hopefully. Probably not, but here we go. Well, we're gonna go down a little bit, but okay, so we're almost fine and dandy. Pretty much where it sits is where it would technically mount stock. There's actually plenty of room, because the mounts that the factory mounts pretty much almost extend over where the stock mounts protrude out to. Might take a little bit. Here, lower it down a little bit. What we're gonna do is we're gonna watch your siding.
Alright, that's
so,
contact.
I'm pretty much contact on this side, so.
But yeah, we don't have, you can scoot this mount in. You don't have to use these factory.
Well, no, I'm not going to, because I can't.
Yeah.
I could, but my hood would be getting cut a lot and getting a massive cowl on it.
Yeah.
Saying drag car, I don't need a massive cowl for no reason.
Yeah.
But I can go in and make mounts because they're only bolted with three bolts on each side. But it's contacted on both sides. Do apologize for bad lighting because it is dark outside.
Thanks for the savings time.
Yeah, thank you Mother Nature. But it is pretty much stuck. I could probably, well, no, not on this side. Dude, too bad it wouldn't stay. But that'd be about.
This is about where the manifold stock dumps out of.
Yeah, so, and I could hook down and.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna have to cut firewall because it does need to go back some because I can't have any accessories. Because everything comes out to pretty much almost here. Now I can get rid of this and beef it up with the front bumper and something else, but it's gonna be a pain from the get-go. But it's in there. Now we know what we need to do. It needs to go back about 3 to 6 inches, to be completely honest. Because if we're cutting there, we might as well cut everything else out to set it back. It's not gonna be too big of an issue, but she's in there. I like to have the mount sitting like right about
the back of it.
The back of mounts right here, so this would go back to there. So at least,
3 or 4 inches.
So pretty much until the back of the engine hits the firewall, then we cut. Now allow enough room to have the water pump, alternator, whole front drive accessories. This definitely has to go now, unless I want to go further back, which I really don't.
We just trim it.
Well, if we're gonna trim it, dude, it's flexy anyways.
Yeah.
So this does a better job of flexing this, even though it's only 1/4 inch. But yeah, this is gonna have to go. It's actually not on there very well. I can actually pull it and it flexes. This does a better job of bracing the front on its flexing back and forth on the uniframe, even though it's 1/4 inch. I used a torch to cut the holes out, so looks terrible. Gonna fix that though. But what we're gonna do is remove this, so then I'll go through and I'll actually probably run stuff inside of the frame and box this part, because if I'm going to be bracing all this, might as well just brace it straight out, and we'll tie it into this. Somehow make it bracket and then make another bracket of this. So this 1/4 inch channel iron will brace the whole front frame. But once it's all braced, it's not really going to move as much as now. The rest of the body's going to move more than the rest of it will. It's in there. So it still got to go back a little bit more. Actually, this is terrible lighting. I'll grab this light real quick. Oh geez. Actually, I'll just do this. There we go. Better light. It's in there. We just gotta move it back a couple more inches. Probably be a project for Thursday. Since I won't get off until probably 10. But Thursday is a day to do a bunch of stuff to this, cut some more out of it, move the engine out, move the engine back in, use the death wheel. He's getting all excited. Hopefully maybe get a chunk of his truck done, or what's left for the most part, while we're waiting on a couple other things. And then it should be good to go, and we can start making mounts for it to mount it in, get it where we want it to, because the stock mounts aren't going to work. If I made its own, like, pretty much fresh pocket too, but then it's losing structural. Now I could always shim this down and brace it, so just cut it and then use angle iron for the top part. I could actually probably use angle iron on both parts and then brace everything and do it on this side and that side too, and just cut some of this out. My only worry, see, that's gonna be the hard part about bracing it, is making all the cuts I need and bends. So it may get trimmed right here, so then we can brace it, put an angle in. The only issue is if I do that on this side, is where my track bar is going to sit and where the steering box should sit same place, but this track bar is going to be the issue. But it is in there. We're making progress already, more progress than I thought we were going to make this week, or at least at this early in the week, even though it's 6:20? 6:30, and it's dark outside. Losing an hour sucks, especially when you don't have a lit shop working. But that's gonna be all for tonight. In this video, we're just gonna get it in there, see where it sits at, leave it as is for now until we get some more time. I'm not even gonna worry about pulling it back out. It'll be fine sitting there. I could honestly just let it use tension between the two unit frames and it'll stay there by itself for the most part, unless something comes to move it and it just finally tips its weight over and it's gonna fall out the bottom, or try. Might dent the axle, I don't want that. But I will catch you guys later. Expect Friday as an upload, because I'll have to film and then do all the editing Thursday. So Friday, Saturday is when I should have a next video up, but I'll catch you guys later.